Hello everybody, welcome back to England's History. Today we're going to do a video. It took me a bloody long time, faffing about in my gardens, nails everywhere. I don't want to unpopulate with the nails too much because I want it to be a tricky test, but it's got to be, realistic. So I've got most of the nails that are above the coin, as you'll see, and good results. If you like the video, if it helps you in any way, please, it really helps the channel, get subscribed, drop me a like on the video, helps with the algorithms, and any information, if you see anything you want me to change in the test or just got any questions, drop me a comment, get back to you. Right, and enjoy the video. Merry Christmas everyone, love ya. Alright folks, out in the garden playing with the M8 coil. The garden is absolutely rammed with iron. I'll show you now. So as you can see, I've dug all the way back to here, all the way up to there, all the way around to try and get rid of the iron that's at the depth of what this coin's going to be. I've dug coke out, 3 bits of iron, a coat hook, all sorts of irons come out. It's still showing iron in the ground, so it's still tricky soil. Let's put the coil over it. So recovery 6, in my settings, sensitivity 23, iron filters are all off. Let's see what we can hear, and the horseshoes off. There's iron absolutely everywhere. There's only an iron signal in that hole. I've tried to get it out, but it's replicating an iron Roman site, like a Roman settlement. We've got the cut half there. The hole's about 5 inches. I don't know if it's going to get it. It's going to be tricky, but we're going to bury it anyway. Flat at the bottom of the hole. Bring it up, it's gone. Just getting it. So we bury that in a minute. There's iron obviously in with the hole. That could just disappear now. Obviously very tricky. Very, very, very tricky test. Still getting it. Still getting it. Put a little cross where it is. Okie dokie. Let's have a play. Right, I'm gonna have a little play about it, suss it out, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have a look at what effects of the stabiliser. So where that circle is where the coin is. Stabiliser off and the stabiliser filter off. So 0 and off. Stabiliser, I'll just turn the stabiliser filter on. I have to put it on 1 first. So start again then. So stabiliser, I'll start again. Stabiliser 0, stabiliser filter off. Put it into 1. As we're swinging, I'll put it back to 0. Put it back to 1. 2. Gone. 1. 0. So the effects of the stabiliser, let me just do it on 1 and put the filter on. So listen to that, then I'm just going to turn it all off. It's off now. Turn it back on. 2. Back to 1. Back to off. So if you're going, I was doing a little test the other day and put it on YouTube, and I was saying that the stabilizer can affect your performance, and also mixing it with the sensitivity. So we're going to have a look at the sensitivity now on that cut half in tricky soil with iron contamination. I don't think there's any iron above the coin now. It's only what's on the edges of the coin and below it. So we're going to see what the effects of the recovery speed, sensitivity are. Let's have a look. Let's just see what recovery we're on. Recovery 4. Because we've got the smaller core, we can get away with a little bit of a slower recovery. I can change all that, we're just playing. So recovery speed's at 4 and sensitivity is on at 18. Over the circle. Right, let's go to sensitivity, say 27. It's getting it, but look at the screen as well, it's it's still banging it. Oh, it's a bit croaky. Back to 18. Interesting. Let's go what I would normally use. So that's 23, 24. Let's try 23. You can even hear the croak on the signal. You still dig that. You can see it's bringing in all the iron. That's deeper. Because if you've got your sensitivity pushing the maximum on any machine, you're looking at, say, 14, 16 inches of all that soil. And if you're on a Roman tricky site, you're looking at all of the nails, and you're never going to get that deep 18 inches on a little cut half or a little Roman minim or something like that. So it's about trying to bring your sensitivity up, down as such, so you're going lower on your sensitivity. So you're looking at less of the iron right in the maximum depth. You're bringing it up to where it's realistic what you're going to detect. So you're not looking at all that iron below, and it's going to help your signal bang out. So I'll go back to this, let's have another look. So we're at 20, let's go back to where he was. That's 17. Let's go max 35. You wouldn't get that on first pass, it just sounds like all the falsing. Let's go off over there. Back to say 21. Okay, so that's definitely getting it. So let's try faster recovery speed. Let's try 6. Go back to 17. How low can we go? That's at 17. It's banging it, but it's just on the edge of detection. I think that's gone at 14. Virtually gone. 12, 10, 11. Completely gone. You don't want to go too low. That's a 5-inch cut half hammer coin. Let's go back. Let's try 14. 17. 20. Lovely and strong. Sat on the lower limit, so you know it's definite digger. 24. Definitely getting it. It's still digging it, but look at it's got about 10 blobs now on the bottom. It's not as pretty on the trace. It's blobbing everywhere. Go back to 17. It's locking in. It's more of a circle, not sporadic. 27. It's all across the top, loads of different lines, the dots there, dots all in spread across there. Back to tidies up the screen. It makes it easy to identify the target. Let's try. So we're in a faster recovery. Let's go all the way up. Let's go 8 recovery. Sensitivity maxed out. The hole's there. That's where the coin is. Don't look good, don't sound good. This is maximum reactivity. It's doing noise cancel. Maximum sensitivity and reactivity. So let's go down to 30. Getting it, but it's struggling. Let's go down. I still think there's setting the machine to the ground is where you need to be. It's not going off as much, and you get that on your pass. Let's go down now to 20. Obviously, I've got a lot of EMI here. I'm by the house. Every field you go in, different scenarios, you have to change your sensitivity, reactivity, everything to suit the ground that you're on. There's a car coming. I'm just playing like you're seeing as I'm learning it. Just trying to suss out this small coil. But I'm thinking we've tried the iron filters, etc., and that just hinders it as soon as you start putting it onto, even at on tricky targets. If you're on a pasture field where there's easy banging deep signals, not much iron, but you just want to quieten it down by running sensitivity all the way up, let me try that. So normal reactivity, stabilizer 4. Can I crank the sensitivity more to bring it back into life? It's gone completely. $35. I can't even make it get it, look. Little wiggle right over the hole. That's gone. Stabilizer off, still at 4. Gone. Stabilizer filter off, but at 2. Still gone. Stabilizer off completely, but we're at 35. Hit and miss, and it's all over the screen. So there's your evidence. Stabilizer, if you're going for tricky targets, doesn't work. It doesn't work, simple as that. It loses the tricky targets that we're after. Sensitivity full doesn't work on a tricky site. You start to mask out the targets because it's pulling the nails and the minerals from everywhere. 22, 24. Absolutely bangs it. So we're going to leave that and swap the coil over. So stabilizer's off. Recovery is 6. And the sensitivity is at 22. I'm just going to turn it off, put the big coil on, turn it back on. It will be as it is. And we're going to go over that. So listen to this. Next thing you hear will be the big coil. Well, that's a big difference, that, isn't it? I can't get it to. It's getting it, but not like the M8 coil. That M8 was going bap, 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 bap. Let's see if I can make this get it. but then now we're going to start to lose the gains of what we had. Turn the iron on. Sensitivity down, 18, gone, 25. No, as soon as you turn it up, it's gone. Doing noise cancel just to see if that helps. No. So that's positive, that is. That's good for me. That's good to know. I've got the M8 coil, thinking, is it going to lose depth? And it will lose depth if you're using it. Let's turn that down. The M8 coil is not designed to go on clean pasture looking for deep targets. So it will lose depth in them scenarios, but you wouldn't want to use that in them scenarios. You'd use your normal 11 or the 15-inch coil. Does it lose depth on a Roman site? Tricky soil with lots of iron. No, you gain depth. You gain. That's really good. And it's, yeah, the 8-inch, I used it the other day, light as a feather. It's beautiful to swing, but you have got to really take your time. You've got to picture it like there's a little skinny, like the 11-inch coil is a big fat blade going in the ground. So as you're sweeping over all these iron and targets, it's mixing up the signals, and it's hard, like you just heard, for it to separate the iron and a good target. The M8 coil is like a razor blade, real thin precision tool. So you slowly swing down, you're getting, and if you get any little beep, you try and hone in and wiggle your coil that much. Beep, 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 because you're trying to get the separation, a little dee, 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 so you can separate that target. That could probably go a little bit deeper. The iron I've dug up, I want to put by that hole, and we're going to test the two coils again. Right, and the last little test I want to do is a recovery speed test. So I've got the little small nail, I'll show you now, and the cut off again. I've got the nail set. I'll put it about 2.5 3 inches away from the nail on a level playing field. And then what I'm going to do, because I've softened the soil up, I'm going to push down 20 mil, down another 10 mil, down another 10 mil, just till it gets onto the limit. And then we're going to put the 11-inch core back on and see if it can get where the M8 gets. It shouldn't, but the 11-inch core is good. But I think this M8 core is going to be brilliant for this sort of scenario. Right, let's have a look, show you what we've got. We've got nail there, and there is I've put a hole there at 1 inch. So first it's going to be on a level playing field. Let's see how we go. Recovery speed 7. All the filters are off, and that on 20 sensitivity. Let's crank the sensitivity up, see what happens. 28. Gets it, but it's erratic. So do it till the chirping stops. Okay, so that's getting that nice and easy. So now we're about 1 inch down, that is. Now there, coin there. Still getting that nice and clear. The display starts to get worse the trickier the signal becomes. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper. That might be out of reach now. That's 2.5 inches deep, length of my finger. I think that's going to be gone. That's getting it. That's really, really tricky. That's a tricky test for anything like that. just on the edge. See if I can make it better. Let's try 20. 18 sensitivity. Yeah, it's a bit better. I don't want to go much lower than 18, but listen to how that clears up. I was thinking 60. This is for small, tiny targets on really tricky sites. You're not going to get depth, but look at the separation now. I've dropped that down. I wasn't expecting that. 15. Banging. You can see on the screen 2 targets. See it, the top and bottom. There's the iron. That's at a decent swing speed. 13. What, 11? Jeez, that is that's crazy. That is crazy. It's because you're not looking at all of the depth, the maximum sensitivity. You're now just honing in on the top 3 inches. I've got to try and push it a bit deeper. I don't want to break my coin. Oh, you bleeder. I'll put it a bit deeper and I'll get back to you. Gone. About, I don't know. I've had to open the hole up and get my fingers right in there. That's really deep. That's probably like 4.5 inches. The nail's still where it was. The coin's still where it was. Let's have a look. Is that still on 11 sensitivity? Yeah, that's gone now. Might have to, because of the depth, I might have to bring sensitivity up a little bit. That's extreme. Uh, 16. Activity 8. No, that's the maximum you're going to get. If I go white, it's just going to lose it. I know it is. So let me go lower. Let's try 17. Activity 6 to try and punch past that nail. No. Right, I'll bring it up a fraction. I'll get it to the edge of detection. Get it to the edge of detection for the M8 coil, and then put the 11-inch coil on, and it shouldn't get it. If it does, brilliant. But I know this M8 coil is going to have a bit of magic. Okay, so we brought it back up a bit. The coin's back in the hole. Nails there, coin's there. So right, I want to put the 11-inch coil on. This is how the M8 coil sounds. The next thing is here will be the 11-inch. It's because the nail and the coin are both under the coil at the same time. I can't even get it off the edge of the coil. So that's the like for like settings. See if I can speed it up. No, even if I go to max recovery speed, short sensitivity. Trying to catch it on the edge of the coil. Let's try 24 sounds. Trying to get it with the big coil now. He's saying something's there, but he's just saying you wouldn't dig that. Try. It was on 16. Let's try 10. No. So there's the advantages. Obviously, the 11-inch has got advantages over the 8-inch, and the 8-inch has got advantages over the 11-inch. It just depends what situation you're in. If you're just going on a new field, never detected it before, I'd probably use the 11-inch coil. And then if I come into an area where there's no point swinging that little 8-inch coil on land you don't know. And you could just be wasting a lot of time because they're not getting the coverage. So you use the 11-inch, find a spot where there's some iron and activity. It needs to be a lot. Like in this test patch, there's nails and bits of crap everywhere. That's where that little coil will shine. It's light as a feather. It's like a scalpel in amongst the grain. And as you've just seen, it's got the advantage over the 11-inch in the trickiest of conditions, which is happy days. Right then, I want to put this video together. You'll be watching it, and what I'd like you to do, I'm going to put this at the start of the video. So I want to ask you to like, subscribe and comment. So put that at the start of the video. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope it's helped you out. Thanks for watching. I hope it's helped you out, helped you make a decision if you want the coil or not. You're not going to use it everywhere, but it's handy to have in your rucksack or just on the side of your digging pouch, in a little bag. You come into a good area, bang, put that little coil on, clean up. But yeah, happy Christmas everyone, have a good one, love ya. Let me just get this right before we go. I'm not saying run the sensitivity at 15, 16 everywhere you go. Use it at your highest you can use it. Go over an area, absolutely hammer it. You've got everything you can at, say, 26, 27. Then once you clean that area out, go down to like 22. Go over it again. Then once you clean that area out, same area that you're working, once you clean that out, the area out, then drop it down to like 18. Then drop it down to 15. You know, try all different settings to try and get through the most out of that hotspot. Recovery speed, I wouldn't use it. Stabilizer, not if you're running it on a tricky site. Stabilizer might be good for people if they're on a clean site and they just want to easy search. It's more for the novice use, in my opinion, just to make it super stable, super easy to use. I wouldn't use it. Yeah, so let's get back to the point. The point is, I'm not saying you've got to use 12 sensitivity, because that's stupid. Use your normal sensitivity, change it to suit the field, and then once you've got a hot spot, you've gone over the area, play with the sensitivity, see if you can just try and get that little bit more performance out of it. I've got to go, I'm absolutely freezing. I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you in a bit. Ta-da!